Hello, everybody. My name is Erin Mulligan, and I'm going to dissect what's going on with the PGA and LIV Golf. This morning, I was working out, and my phone started to blow up because the PGA Tour and LIV Golf have merged. I thought last year, I didn't think, I know last year, Jay Monahan said that any type of merging, collaborating, truce between LIV and PGA was off the table. And I quote, off the table. What's going on? Okay, let's just talk facts right now. PGA Tour released a statement that they, Saudi Public Investment Fund, and the DP World reached an agreement to unify the game of golf on a global basis. I'll tell you, if you like LIV Golf, to each his own. Okay, whatever. I don't. I didn't agree with how they went about. If you want to create your own professional golf tour, okay, go ahead. But I didn't agree with how they went about it, how it was so money-based and so money-hungry. They offered Dustin Johnson, what, $25 million to play for them before he even played on the tour? Let's continue. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
The PGA Tour, DP World Tour, and PIF announced landmark agreement to unify men's professional golf. Let's go read the statement. So what they're doing is, the headline is what I just said, announced newly formed commercial entity to unify golf. Here's the statement. After 2 years of disruption and distraction, this is a historic day for the game we all know and love. This is Jay Monahan speaking, the PGA Tour Commissioner. This transformational partnership recognizes the immeasurable strength of the PGA Tour's history, legacy, and pro-competitive model, and combines with it the DP World Tour and LIV, including the team golf concept, to create an organization that will benefit. To create an organization? We are both gonna fold? Let's continue. To create an organization that will benefit golf's players, commercial and charitable partners, and fans. I'm nervous. Going forward, fans can be confident that we will collectively deliver on the promise we've always made to promote competition of the best in professional golf, and that we are committed to securing and driving the game's future. Let's push the game forward and all this crap. Just by continuing and letting people like Rory and Tiger create their little primetime golf thing this coming fall, that's going to further the game. That's really going to do great for the game, and people are going to understand, like younger people specifically, are going to better understand the rules of golf and how it works and going to get more into it. And that will be their transition into maybe playing full, 18 holes on a course, or 9, whatever you want to do. I think that will further the game better than this. Let's continue. He also says, we are pleased to move forward in step with LIV and PIF's world-class investing experience. Governor Yasir Al-Rumayyan for his vision and collaborative and forward-thinking approach that is not just a solution to the rift in our game, in our game? Are you kidding me? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Oh, I hate when people do this, when they just flip because it's not doing, something's not going well. media, finances, viewership, which doesn't make sense because for one of the what was it? It's one of the tournaments right before the Masters. The PGA viewership was 2 million people watching on television, and at the same week, the Live tournament got like 100 to 200,000 people watching. Let's continue. But also a commitment to taking it to new heights. This will engender a new era in global golf for the better. Okay. Today is a very exciting day for this special game and the people it touches around the world. This is Yasir Al-Ramayan. We are committed to unifying, promoting, and growing the game of golf around the world and offering the highest quality product to many millions of longtime fans globally while cultivating new fans. There is no question that the LIV model has been positively transformative for golf. Where was it transformative? Here are my issues. Okay. Yes. Me personally, along with other people probably, were in denial that this was going to happen. I knew something was coming. Here. I knew something was coming because we couldn't just continue going to every tournament that LIV golfers were welcome in and having the media, which was so annoying in itself, focus on the tension or possible chemistry or lack of chemistry between LIV golfers and PGA golfers. It was too much and it was annoying, and I'm not really sure why the PGA just didn't get to the point where they said, reporters, you're not going to ask about to the LIV golfers, and you're going to ask about how they're acting around PGA, and you're not going to ask vice versa. People do it all the time. Obviously, if there is a football player who's in the midst of a scandal, yeah, the team's probably going to go to the reporters and say, this is not going to be talked about right now. And that's a done deal. I mean, you're going to have a bad reporter here and there who's not going to care, but that makes them annoying. They lose the trust of the athletes, and they lose the trust of their coworkers, their colleagues. So I'm not really sure why the PGA didn't just do that, but don't know what the perfect answer is because it was getting to be too much. But it also wasn't like, we know that Rory and Tiger and maybe Justin Thomas have been outspoken against LIV, and there were times where, yes, there were scandals, maybe Teagate, if you know what Teagate was, between Rory McIlroy and Patrick Reed, and that was not a big deal. So you have these outspoken guys like Rory and Tiger, and they never held back in disliking LIV and disliking what their intentions appeared to be. But you also had Rory at tournaments like the Masters and every other one where he was asked, what was it like when you interacted with Brooks Koepka? He had no problem with him. It's not like every single time they see each other on the course, they're going to go to blows. It's not like that. Rory just came out and said, I don't agree with this. They were offered mega millions in money and they left. They didn't leave because it's going to be, some type of, theoretical better golf. It's for the money. Like it was obvious that every golfer who left the PGA went to LIV for the money. And they all said, no, because it's going to better the game. It's going to push the game forward. Here we go again with the terms. That's what they all said. Sergio Garcia, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Phil Mickelson. You had all these major guys go because they were offered more money. Don't you think if it was going to better the game, they all would have left? Don't you think if it was so terrible on the PGA Tour, they would have left? No, because all these guys are making great money and they actually genuinely enjoy playing the game and they do want to further the game. And that's why they stayed. And I respect that more than leaving for the money. They probably thought, oh, it's the same exact sport. It's the same exact schedule and format, not for the most part, but you know what I mean. And I'm getting so much more money because getting $3 million per win is so bad. Because getting hundreds of thousands of dollars because you placed in the top 36 during a tournament is so bad, you know? Here's my other thing. All right, so it's done. They're merging. Why in God's name would you not tell your players? I knew it. I knew they were going to go about it like this. I knew it. I was getting texts from my friend and she said Colin Marikawa just tweeted. Let's go read his tweet. Oops. So he goes, I love finding out every morning news on Twitter. That's disrespect. I get that it's sports and that it's cutthroat, and say in the NFL, a player isn't always informed when he's traded. Like you're not always the first person to be informed on what's going on with your career. But in this case, the PGA is different than the NFL, MLB, NBA because it's not a team sport necessarily, unless it's like the Ryder Cup or something. It's an individual sport like fencing, like race car driving. It's like, yes, they're all separate, but they're also one at the same time, where you need to tell them that, oh, now you're also going to be fellow competitors with all your former competitors who are on the live tour and we're merging. You need to tell them that. You think we're not like, oh my gosh, can you imagine what Rory and Tiger's PR teams are thinking right now? They're probably like, okay, so how are we going to go about this? Should we go about it in a natural way? Should we just let them go out and say whatever they want? Or should we have them cave? It's not a good situation. I just read the entire statement and I'm still confused. And it might just be me being dense, but I'm confused. Is everybody going back to the PGA? But it's owned, or it's now. I'm confused. I have to research. Let's talk about why this might be an okay thing. There was too much tension. There was too much going on where you had the Saudis and Liv putting out so much money and barely making any revenue last year. That's not going to last. Then you had the PGA competing with that sort of more flashy look that Liv was willing to put on. And, you know, none of the Liv golfers really seem to regret leaving. They have a lot of money, like beyond a lot of money, and they're still playing golf at the highest level that you possibly can. So it's like then you have the PGA and the live golfers constantly going at it, specific ones, you know, again, Rory and Tiger. Like Rory has been the most outspoken, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just very clear that he doesn't respect any of those live traders' decisions. Like I was saying, the media was paying way too much attention to it during press conferences, during interviews. They were writing too many stories about how much tension there is and whatever, you know, it's so annoying. And that's not going to last. The relationship between the two was not going to last. So, okay, you merge. All right, it's a solution. Where do we go from here? And like, why? Like, why? Well, Barstool wrote an article. The Department of Justice apparently believes that there are antitrust violations, potential antitrust violations, that the PGA Tour has committed. So they're looking into that. It's just not, there's not a lot of information. Not all the information is out there yet. It seems that the live golfers are going to have, okay, so since they're merging, they're going, it's, I could be very wrong. Seems that they're going to be under the PGA. They're going to be on the PGA Tour. So the live guys are going to have to register for a PGA membership once again. because everybody's talking about if they're going to go back under the PGA. And if they do, they're going to be fined. But not all the fines are going to be equal. Like guys like Phil Mickelson is going to have a larger fine than maybe Sergio Garcia. There's no schedule yet. There's nothing. There's no 5-year plan. There's no anything. It's just everything about the entities and the merging and blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, I am, sometimes not a great person and I like the drama. And I'm very much looking forward to how Tiger and Rory react to this. Very much looking forward to how Justin Thomas and Scotty Scheffler react to this, and how Colin Morikawa continues to react to this because he's ticked off that he was not informed. It is supposed to be a player-run organization, and this was done without their consent. This was done so that there were no problems and no arguments and no backlash from their players. And this doesn't look great for the commissioner either. He has not had great timing and sort of seems to avoid press conferences here and there. All in all, listen, it's done, over with. I can't do anything. Nobody else can do anything. I'm angry right now. I'm frustrated as a PGA fan, as a, yeah, as a PGA fan, just because I almost feel like it's them caving, but it was inevitable because both sides were having it look bad because from the media, because there was so much tension, and I'm sure they were both struggling in some sense financially because of their tension. So, you know what? Fine. If you merge, okay, well, I don't know. It's probably some sketchy business going on. And I could see Tiger and Rory starting their own tour. I wouldn't be surprised. And I would be a fan of it. Yes, I would. Hmm. Yes, I would. So, obviously, always a Rory fan, so I'm going to support him. And I'm really looking forward to his statement. And I'm looking forward to Jordan Spieth's statement. Obviously, he's also my favorite. And those are my two favorites. Jordan Spieth, he's not going to be happy probably, but he's just going to be like, well, nothing nothing I can do. What can they do? They still want to be professional golfers. This is what they have to do. They have to play in this merged organization, how they're saying. And as I get more information, I'll put stuff out, but this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm reading. It's strange. It's strange. Uncomfortable. Anyways, that was my small dissection of this PGA Tour Live Golf merger, and I hope you liked it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please comment below if you have any thoughts, if you agree or disagree with me. All right. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys later.